Whenever I talk with the Quippy Quill people about the progress they're making on our screenplays, I think afterward about one of the courses I teach, project management. Not only do I teach it, but I've been a project manager at several companies I've worked for. And project management is a skill that everyone should know about, because so many activities we do in life are project related. And creating every novel and screenplay is its very own project. When I mentioned this to the Quippy Quill people, they suggested I make a podcast about this. So here we go. I studied the more technical aspects of project management when I took an operations management course in business school. And that course taught PERT CPM and Gantt charting techniques for controlling a project. And today's software, such as Microsoft Project and Gantt Pro, make it even easier. But no matter what software you use, the underlying project management concepts remain the same. And I'll summarize them in this video. And I'll start by giving a useful definition. A project is a coordinated network or set of tasks, also known as actions or activities, having a specific start and end date that result in achieving a stated goal. And you might already know what the SMART goal setting acronym stands for. SMART: measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. And here's the very first step to take when starting a project. First, assemble a team of qualified people. They are the project team. And pick one team leader. Next, identify your goal. And then build your project task list. And what is a project task list? It's simply a spreadsheet, which is nothing more than a table of rows and columns. Each row represents a specific task and contains these columns. Task number, assigned to, start date, planned, and start date, actual, end date, planned, end date, actual, resources needed, planned, resources needed, actual. What signifies complete? Predecessor tasks, successor tasks. All the columns are easy to understand. And let me point out that planned start and planned end dates are used to track against actual start and end dates. How well the project manager kept the project moving ahead. I'll also point out that predecessor tasks are the ones that must be completed before this task can begin, and successor tasks are the ones that must wait for this task to end before they can start. Now here are some obvious details. Resources include people assigned to work on the task, money, and physical items like bulldozers and raw materials, etc., etc. Why do we build it? Well, because a project task list helps us track planned versus actual progress. Okay, now that we know what a task list is and why we need it, how do we build a task list? Well, we build it from the top down, putting the highest level or most general task at the top, and then deconstructing or breaking it down into specific subtasks. We continue doing so for as many levels as needed until we reach tasks that can't be broken down further. These become the actual tasks we put in the spreadsheet. If all this sounds a bit abstract, it becomes obvious when we apply it to a real project. And I'll illustrate this for a project I call Get My Screenplay Picked Up by a Producer. And I pick a start date and an end date that fits my needs. Now I draw a box that represents the highest level project task. And I break it into two subtasks. Write screenplay and get a producer to buy it. That I draw underneath the topmost box. Now I decompose write screenplay into these two subtasks. Write theme, thesis, plot, and characters. Develop plot's 3-act structure. And write actual screenplay. And now I decompose edit screenplay into content edit, line edit, and proof edit. We now have reached the lowest level subtasks that we can now put in the spreadsheet. Each line represents a lowest level task. And we can repeat this process for the Get Producer to Buy It task. Here are the 3 subtasks placed underneath. Find prospective producers, contact producers, identify prospective cast. And I'll stop here, but if you sketch out what I just described, you'll see how it fits together. If you would like to read a book that takes you through all the nitty-gritty, I recommend the one I use in my project management class, the Fast Forward MBA in Project Management by Eric Verzew. And that'll wrap up this Quippy Quill podcast. So I'll say bye-bye for now.